Good morning. We're cooking today. Um, I don't know why that video was choppy. That song's the jam. How is everyone? How are you? How are you? All right, we got Jersey. Woke up for Caturday. Ocean Tide, good morning. Bradley, Stephanie, Samantha. Samantha, I hope you're feeling better. Prayers to you always. Methinks my wife skipped a month. What does that mean? Skipped a month what? We're August 1st, aren't we? How did I skip a month? What are you talking about? Did I put a title in wrong? Not paying attention yet. No, but we do have a new month, which means, can you guys hear me? Um, Go here, your channel. Uh, oh, the oven has been warming up for 15 minutes. Uh, ah, I played September. No, I love that jam. I do, I do. Okay, so look at my, is that water? Oh, well, I don't know, it's 100 years old. Yes, we hear you. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to throw out some memberships because it's the first of the month. All right, who got it? Who got it? Who got it? MJ Doe, Z, I'm here for it. Frogger, Grits and Grace. I like that name. I bet you they're from the South and serve the Lord. We'll see if maybe like some people, I'll wait until others get in to gift. So if you got a membership, use your emojis. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm making chicken stir fry for the first time ever. But first, we're going to start with our breakfast. Because me and Mr. Kazi, as you know, weren't here last weekend and I didn't prep. And it was kind of, Stephanie, for 16 months. Thank you so much for being with us here on Saturday. Thank you. You're going to be a mother in law. Congratulations. The baby's going to be perfect, whether it's a boy or a girl. We wish a happy, healthy pregnancy for the mama and dad, of course. Um, so I never cooked chicken stir fry before, but we're going to do that. And I was saying that because we were away last week, I was not able to prep and I didn't cook during the week. So we were kind of fending for ourselves like during the week for like breakfasts and lunch. And we both just weighed ourselves. Um, we plateaued. Like we didn't gain or lose. So we didn't gain, that's a good thing. But we didn't lose either. And we did a lot of walking. A lot of walking. So while I do all this, I'm gonna tell you guys all about the trip. Anyway, let's get the coffee in us. Oh, Mr. Kazi he bought himself a Hall of Fame football, the Football Hall of Fame. He got himself a little tumbler and gave it to us. So we can reminisce about last weekend. My daughter is engaged, not pregnant. Oh my God, I thought it, Samantha. Well, that just shows you where my mind went. She's engaged and you're going to be a grandma. Oh, well, you are a grandma to the kitten, but I'm sorry. Congratulations on the engagement. I'm over here telling Samantha's future. I don't believe in telling futures, but you know, I'm very excited for you. That's going to be exciting. Helping her plan everything. I'm all jacked up. We're down here in the kitchen. I feel like, and then the week before we were painting, and then last week we haven't been in the bedroom. Okay. So my overnight oats, they go first. I already prepared the oats in my jars. I make 5, one for every day of the week. Um, so the boobs need to be washed. That one doesn't. Oh, I'm glad I picked that one out. So yeah, we didn't gain anything. Um we didn't lose either. We did a whole lot of walking. So when we last saw each other, we were in the hotel room. I watched it back. When Jarella gets in here, I saw something that she said at the end, and it kind of made me. I went, oh. So I did wash my hands. I'm not Rosie, okay? I did wash my hands before we came on here, and we just rinsed the bloops. So I always take like a handful of. It's a quarter cup of oats, and then like a handful of bloops. I've been doing this since when? November? The same exact breakfast since November. Like, I just absolutely love these. All right. And the blueberries, like Jersey, we have a lot of blueberry farms. So this pack, this double size, I guess you can call it. Oh, that doesn't look good. Was $2.99, and then I got a smaller one too, for $1.99. I'm like, I gotta get the blueberries. The thing is that we can get them on sale and then freeze them, but I'm afraid to freeze fresh blueberries because I don't like. Uh, some of these are a little too soft, so I don't know about freezing them. But whatevs, it doesn't matter. This is my breakfast for the week. I'm glad the ones that don't look too healthy are coming. I'm grabbing before they go in my bowl. Grabbing them before they go in the bowl. So, be right back. Computer issues. Mr. Coggy always has the issues. All right, so a handful of them. And then my chia seeds. I always put like a half tablespoon of chia seeds in with them. Now I got to wait for Mr. Kazi to come back to tell you guys about our trip. It was really nice. It was a huge surprise to me. Um, Obviously you guys didn't know about it, but I have to give my honest opinion of what we saw. It's fine. Very excited. A lot to be said for waiting till they finish their. That is amazing. That's the best thing. Now they can concentrate on, you know, getting their plans in order instead of worrying about exams. So I have to give you my honest opinion of everything that we saw. We already had the debate last week before we went to the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm not quite sure if like what was happening, but like there wasn't a parking lot, right? Well, no, we did find a parking lot, but we could park like right outside. It's not like a stadium type kind of thing, but we could have. I love your travel blogs. He's going to have, good morning, Granny. I just realized who it was. Welcome in. He's working on 3 of them. We'll have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame of Football, NFL Hall of Fame, and where we went to a local restaurant. He's working on those. He's like really having some trouble. Anyway, because he's a perfectionist. However, so we got street parking because we had to buy like time slots. So he got the later time. So he wanted to go take some footage outside of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for his vlog. And we parked along, like in the street, right? They were making us go in on the pavilion, we had to go through security. So he was like, "It's not time for us to go in." We were just a little bit confused as to what was going on. So it was just weird. We were both really tired, because we had the long drive. I, of course, had the wine. But anyway, so we left there. We went and got like some Dunkin', and then we got back into a parking lot. It was very weird. Like that area just didn't seem organized, in my opinion. So we went down this one way, like this street that looked like we weren't supposed to be on. And then when we finally realized we had to turn around, 29 months. Time flies, Ocean. Time does fly. Thank you. Thank you for being a member. Hi, Nico and Steven. Good morning. So when we turned around, Mr. Kazi's like, "Is this a one-way street?" I said, "Well, we're only going one way. We got to go back that way because there was no other way of getting out." But it was a two-way street. We found parking and then we got in there. It was just very chaotic. Oh, go back. Welcome back. So it was very chaotic. We wound up going into the museum, like through the exit. So we started at the end and worked our way around. They sold alcohol there, like inside the Hall of Fame. They had like an alcohol truck. It's not 29, but it's not bad. 19. Cheese and crackers, Granny. It's been that long. And like how we met, we know how we met, and like everything that's going on since. That's wild. Thank you for being a member for 19 months. So I thought, why would they sell like alcohol? Like when there's like I don't know. I just thought that was weird. So anyway, we got in there and I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I mean, it was cool to see all of this stuff, but I was like, ooh, I didn't realize that it would be I didn't realize that it would be like that. I think I was expecting something more. Oh my gosh, Granny, thank you. Cheese and crackers. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I put on my glasses. What are you doing, sweetie? I'm making my breakfast. So we're doing our overnight oats. This is going to call for, we already did the oats, which is a quarter cup oats, a handful of blueberries, and a half tablespoon of chia seeds. Now we're going to mix the liquids. So this is like a cup. I do like a cup and a quarter of yogurt, like, quarter cup for each one. So we go in and it was just Mr. Kazi was filming because, we all found out last week that we could film inside. So he was taking like a really long time at the exhibits, which was fine. It was fine. And they had like the only thing I truly enjoyed. We had the debate on it being rock and roll and not anything else. It was like a theater that was Soul Train. So, well, he was like, there was the coming up was the Rolling Stones and the Beatles, I believe. I don't have any interest in that hot take. Like, I'm really not like I'll listen. I don't listen to the Beatles, but like the Rolling Stones, I'll listen to a couple of songs. So drunk people spend more money. This is true. So while he was doing those two exhibits, I'm like, it was a 60-minute Soul Train movie type kind of thing, and it would loop. So it was, if you went in halfway through, you could stay and you won't miss anything. So I went in and I was like, this is awesome. Like that was my favorite thing. So I was like, they had like, it was like a little theater. They had like movie seats. So I went in and I was in the second row and I was by myself. There were a bunch of people, like the rows in the back were filled. So I go in and take my happy ass in there and I'm like, all right, the Soul Train, right? I'm like, I know all of this stuff. So they were like showing like parts of the show for like the artists that were on there. Well, Smokey Robinson came on with Cruising. I slapped my hands. I was like, yeah, where's my husband? Because I tell him all the time that that's like one of my favorite songs. And I just, I think of him when I hear that song. I don't know why. But I mean, he's my husband, I guess. So, okay, the milk. Um, Usually I'll do like 1.5 to kind of not have it so thick. So, and then Donna Summer came on, Stevie Wonder. Like it was really cool. Like the exhibit for that was really cool. I thought I was in there for longer. I should have stayed because when I came out, Mr. Kazi was still doing or the Beatles or whatever. He was still in the same spot. I'm like, oh my word. So anyway, I didn't go back in. All right, vanilla, you measure with your heart. I used vanilla bean paste. So that was really cool. Whoa, that is Mr. Kazi, I need more bean paste. Trader Joe. Gotta go Traders. It was cool. But no shade. I hate overnight oats. They're slimy. Well, they're slimy. I could see where you would think that they would Burk! Oh, we missed you too. I so driving and listening, but unable to chat. Well, welcome in and listen. Like, we're just cooking today. So, I can see where you would think that they would be slimy. I think like this measurement, I had to play around with the measurement and I finally got the right consistency. But hey, everybody's different. I am not forcing these on you, but I think my overnight oats are good. So we did the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and of course, like, you go through at the end, it was like, how many floors, babe? 6 or 7. So we finally make it up to the last floor where the new inductees are. And it was so loud. I get overstimulated at work where I got to come home and it's like, I just need to be in quiet to like settle my nerves. It was so loud the entire time because under each exhibit you went to, like Janis Joplin, they had Janis and they would be playing that. And Hendrix was next to her. So then they go into a Hendrix song. It was, it was too much. It was just too much. And even Mr. Kazi he told me, he's like, I'm overstimulated too. So he's like, go sit out there because he was waiting for Soundgarden to like their membership, like their display and songs and all that to come on. And it was like taking forever. He's like, go sit outside on the thing. So I go sit outside. It was freaking louder out in the like in the hall area because they had a TV on blasting like some concert. I literally hate the song Celebration. I hate it. Like, I don't want to be around Slick on Demerits because I don't like it. That was on, and somebody came, and he was special needs. Like, he was special needs, and he was having the time of his life watching that TV, and he loved that song, and he was clapping really loud. So it was like a mixture of already being overstimulated, it being louder than where Mr. Kazi was, and then the clapping that just sent me over the edge. I went in and I was like, screw it. If Soundgarden's not on, we got to go. But he got it. And we went, like, we left and they wind up dumping you into the store, right, for your souvenirs. So we were asking people like where to go eat, that sort of thing. Like we wanted like a local shop. And the woman was like, oh, I'm a foodie at the register. And she was rattling off all of these restaurants, like bang, 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 bang. And we're like, we don't know where any of this is. We're not from here. So I'm trying to put it in my phone notes. I was getting frustrated. The one shirt, the one sweat, the hoodie, because I love navy blue hoodies with white lettering. They didn't have it in my size. She's like, well, you can order on the website. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, I wanted to go home with something. So we ended up finding like 2 t-shirts for like $50 or whatever. And I don't know what else we got. We got something. But they made free stickers, and you're going to see it in the vlog. I made the Caturday crew a sticker, and we put it on the wall. I made sure that all of us were involved in the Hall of Fame. So we're on the wall. I don't know if that's like I shouldn't have said that, but I want you all to know that I thought about everybody and we got a sticker on the wall. So you'll see that in the video. So we leave there and we were so exhausted. We just went back to the hotel. Like we were gonna, like we had to eat dinner. Mr. Kazi was like, we'll order, just let's see if we can get room service, which kind of bums me out because we wanted to go somewhere local, but we were so tired we just couldn't. We wouldn't have been able to make it. We had to throw the flag. The flag had to be thrown. So we ordered room service and it was good. Our room service, like what we got, I think we got stupid quesadillas or something like that. It was really good. And they were really kind and everything like that. So the food at the hotel was not your normal typical hotel food. Then the next day we woke up, we got ourselves all packed up and, got out of the room. So it's this step when I stir it, I kind of eye it and see if I'm going to need more liquid because sometimes it gets thick because I use the Chobani 20-gram protein. So it doesn't look like that one's going to need it. Anyway, leave the hotel and of course we had breakfast there. We go over to the NFL Hall of Fame. Now, Mr. Kazi told me, he's like, it's only going to take an hour to walk around. Hi, Freeside! Good morning. Welcome in. He said it's only going to take an hour because the last time he went, they called it the juicer, I think. So when he pulled up, he went, I said, what's up? He said, this is like 3 times bigger than it was the last time. I said, okay. So it took us hours to walk around there, which is fine because, you get to take it all in. When you first go in, I didn't post these pictures. I did post our picture at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because I made him go in a photo booth with me. As soon as you go in and you got your ticket and everything like that, they ask you where you're from. And so we're like Philly and they have they have the teams, so they'll mark you on where you are. So there was a lot of Eagle fans there. So when they dump you into after the ticket, they throw you in a photo booth. It's like a green screen and they have props. So you can I got the pom-poms and he got a helmet. You could hold a football or whatever. So they're taking pictures. I didn't know I had no idea what was coming next. So then we're walking around, looking at everything. It was pretty cool. I actually like the NFL Hall of Fame more than the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And it had nothing to do with the loudness and being overstimulated. I just thought the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame would be different than it was. Jersey, thank you so much. I will be gifting the next 5. Mr. Kazi, don't let me forget. Who got it? Couple of questions got the membership. That is precious. This one looks like the seeds are going to be a lump. So let me mix this one up a little bit. If I don't mix them, then the chia seeds just kind of clump in the middle. And then they're stuck together, and that's not a pleasant morning. So let these bad boys and put them in the fridge. So we're walking around, and they had a display of all of the Super Bowl rings, like the real rings. Like these are legit Super Bowl rings that they have in a display. And from the first one, they had he vlogged everything, so you guys are going to see it. It was really cool stuff in the football, the NFL. So, man down. So of course I wanted to see the rings. That's what I was there for. I wanted to see the rings. Those friggin' rings are huge. You already know that they look big when they, like, when they present them to the players. Holy crap. I was like, and as the year, like the more recent years, they got even bigger. I said, oh my word. It was really cool to see two Philadelphia rings in there. All my life I wanted to see anybody in here who wants a membership. Aw, Jersey. And you're at 16 months too? You guys found us at the Mummers. Let me get this out of the way. Then we got to make Mr. Cosby's breakfast. Okay. This is my hand. This is, I had the blueberry juice. Let's get this in here. But yeah, the rings were like freaking huge and shiny. I mean, these things were amazing. So I gotta get my gloves on for this because I don't like turkey bacon. I don't like touching it, but Mr. Kazi loves it, so he gets what he wants. Where's the info? I'm making the bacon. Man, I've been here for 3+ years. So wait. Yeah, those rings are huge. They were beautiful. So, of course, once you're out of that, they dump you into the store too, right? And for some reason, you guys all know Mr. Kazi and his upbeat attitude. Like, he's happy for both of us all the time. No matter how miserable I am, he picks up the slack and he's happy for both of us. Not so much in the store. He was I think it was because he was just tired. But he found like he wears lanyards. He likes the lanyards with his keys. So like he can like see that he's got his keys. Anyway, he likes lanyards. So we found an eagle lanyard. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. And because his eagle one broke. And he's like, and he puts it back. I was like, get the lanyard. So I'm kind of like arguing with him a little bit to get the lanyard. And he's like, I don't want it. And I just was like, okay. With that time, the sales girl comes over and she's like, did you guys find everything? Are you okay? And he's like, well, would you mind holding? He said, now this he's kidding. He said, would you mind recording me killing my wife? And she's like, oh, no. So, and then we all left because we knew. I said, he doesn't want to get the lanyard. And I told him to get the lanyard. We're arguing over buying something. So she was so sweet, like amazingly sweet. She stood with us the whole time and talked to us. And it wasn't because, like, how she met us. That's not why. She just was that kind of person. So she's talking. Mr. Kazi gives the, hey, we do like the YouTube thing, gave her a card. And she's like, oh, she got all excited. She's like, are you famous? And we're like, no, we have like 20 people on the channel. She's like, it doesn't matter. What if you become famous? And then I could say that I met them. And I was like, dude, you got such a great attitude. So we wind up talking, and Mr. Kazi tells our story of how we reconnected and all that. She's like, you guys have to come to my register. And I was like, okay. She's like, I'm giving you my discount. So she gave us a discount on our show. It was really amazing. She was really cool. And not because of that, but because she was, she was just a really nice lady. She like started to tear up when Mr. Kazi was telling our story. And when I can say it here because we didn't promote Kimmy Kazi, so I hope Mr. Kazi doesn't get upset. So they don't know where we're here. But, and of course we didn't film her because obviously. So we got a discount. We got some stuff, and we already had our stuff in our hand. And so now I'm thinking, like, I give Mr. Ghazi, since we're getting a discount, should I just grab the lanyard? But I was like, no, that was a pretty hefty, I don't want the lanyard. So I'm like, I'm not even going to suggest the lanyard. So it was cool. She was really sweet. It was a nice ending. And as we were talking to her, we asked her, if you were going out to eat right now, where would you go? And she immediately rattled off this restaurant. I will not tell this story because this is what you guys are getting ready to see. But let's just say we are very happy she made that suggestion. It was very good. And you'll see. Mr. Kazi will go through everything. So, all in all, we had you know, a great time. We did, he did ask me like what I thought of each thing after, we left whatever it was, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the NFL and uh the restaurant. So, all in all, it was a great trip. Like we got on the road later than we thought. I text my boss and I'm like, look, I am 3 states away and got about 7+ hours because you figure like, stopping and stuff like that. We didn't get home until 2 o'clock in the morning. Or by the time we got in bed, it was like 2. So I didn't go to work on Monday. I have Friday and Monday off. So that was a nice long weekend. I thought, oh, so I was like, I'm very grateful for him, like thinking of me like that and like surprising me and that sort of thing. And he did tell me that there will be like not not in the distant, not in the near future, but he'll probably do that for me again, you know. So that's something to look forward to. It's always nice. He takes control of everything and I'm just going to go with the flow. Like I said, I don't care if he takes me 3 towns over. It's just it's a it's romantic and sweet and then like I really appreciate him for doing that. That was a nice surprise. We got it off the bucket list. um we both he had been to both of those places before and it was my first time. So I wanted to give him my honest review, like, and he agrees, like, so I wasn't like, this sucked, this trip sucked. It wasn't that. I just was like, oh, okay, this is what it is. But I was very happy that something that I had on my bucket list is off the bucket list. Okay, so he wants turkey bacon. So we got the turkey bacon prepped um for his week. He gets scrambled eggs and bacon. So let's put this in. And flour, the bacon's in the oven, and so is the timer. The timer's on. I think I do it. I'm gonna do 14, and then I think it usually is 17. But so that's that. Mr. Ella! Okay, I had to walk away for a few minutes. Kimmy, what is that you're laying? Turkey bacon. Yes. So I get the overnight oats for the week. He's getting scrambled eggs and turkey bacon for his breakfasts. We're doing good with this prepping so that, he does like the Chick-fil-A and it is on the way to work. And every once in a while, he'll pull in through the drive-through, which is okay. That's fine. I don't care about that. But he's really, really doing really good on like, watching his macros and stuff like that. So he gets the scrambled eggs and the turkey bacon. Sometimes he asks for regular bacon. This week he asked for turkey. Jarella, I went back and watched. So I don't usually watch back our Caturday, but I wanted to watch last week's because we were like on the road, and I just wanted to see. And like we can't help it was in the hotel and the sound was not great and everything, but we were live. We hung out, right? So, and I wanted to hear the room, the cleaning lady. I wanted to hear what you guys heard. I was laughing when she was there, and then I started laughing all over again. Like, that woman was hilarious. She really wanted to be a part of Caturday. So anyway, I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, whatever. And it got to the end, and because we don't have StreamYards anymore and I don't have my songs, you know, it like abruptly ends. And Drella, your comment was the last one. And you said thank you for streaming because you really look forward to Saturday mornings. And I kind of got that like really hit me in the feels. My chin started to quiver because it that like you've been like here like everybody else since probably before everybody else, but that really made my heart happy, so thank you. And now I feel bad that I blew you guys off to paint my dining room and my kitchen, but to be honest with you, that was like one of those things I told you guys, like if I didn't get up and do it right then and there, I wasn't going to do it. You get that burst of energy and you get the balls to do something, you gotta follow through. Yeah, it did. It really made me happy. Jersey gifted another one. We should use the mic next time. Absolutely. Because we figured out how to use our little mics that we have. Who won that one? I will crack up. Oh, Jay for Dallas. We haven't seen him in a while. And I understand kind of why we haven't seen him, which is fine. But I still love you, Jay. All right, let's skip the other five because that reminded me that I need to not forget. That's how it's done, Rosie. Okay, so the cat in the tinfoil hat. Well, that's amazing for our channel. Abby Cat, Colleen with a K, Xena, and True Blood. Welcome into Caturday. Enjoy your emojis. Okay, so I can get out of here. Okay, there we go. We got more people in. Hopefully they come in and they want to check us out. You got to do real life. Don't feel bad. No, I know, but I thought if I did scrambled eggs are just like we just put the eggs and the milk in there. It's not rocket science. I put I scramble 10 eggs because he gets 2 eggs every day. Watch me need that milk again as I'm putting this shit away. So yeah. Again, all in all, it was a great day. All in all, it was a great weekend. Sound, it's fine. We were there. We showed up. And maybe, I don't know, because those people at the bar probably thought I was nuts by the time I had like my fourth wine. But anyway, so how have you guys been? And you can't see the paint job, but we did kind of rearrange some things. We don't have anything on the wall. You'll see it on Thanksgiving probably, but behind me used to be the cutting board shaped in Jersey. I don't have that there. I put that over there because I cleaned this spot up and I put more stuff up there. So we're working on it. You know how like you have some, like I like everything that I have. Obviously, I bought it. But if you rearrange like to make it feel new, like balling on a budget to make it feel new, you just pull things out of different rooms and like rearrange your decor. So I feel like it feels like I bought stuff. I did buy one thing now. I bought a canvas painting for the dining room wall. So it doesn't say home sweet home anymore. I have to figure out where to put that. But it's freaking I don't want to scramble. What the hell? Come on. Great. Big yolk in there. Oh, I'm going to turn the burner on so I can scramble these. Today can be kind of prepping for the week. Yeah. I want to kind of just like multitask here because one, we haven't cooked in a while, and I want to have kind of the day. We have a lot of laundry, obviously. A lot of laundry. Work week was hell. So I didn't do anything during the week. But surprise, my work week was hell, right? You guys. I like feel like I come on here and I trauma dump like Rosie about I actually, stand and cook and, have a job. So I'm not exactly like her. Although my hair's looking a little crazy. Yeah, Jarella. It's pretty bad. It's gotten worse. Mr. K, maybe next summer y'all can do a road trip to Louisiana. Ooh, you have an in-ground pool? Louisiana? I would go to Louisiana. I would totally go there. Like I told you last week about the freaking New Orleans trip. We wouldn't go to New Orleans because we're not drinkers and we're not partiers like that anymore. So, I mean, we might just like if that were to happen, we would probably pop in just to like, see the street again and whatever. But I wouldn't be upset if we didn't go. So, okay. All right, the pan's getting hot. Oh, I gotta wash this. That's kind of grody. All right. We purchased the house. What in Louisiana? There's a difference between trauma dumping and sharing your life and pet infrastructure. That's true. That is true. I joke about it. Like I was hanging out last night for last night's live. I wasn't chatting as much in the chat I was in, um, because I like addicted to this Mahjong game that I got going on. Get this. Um, so I was like listening and playing my game, and I have to tell you that this chick, it drives me batshit crazy when she drinks something and then was like a baby, right? Like how babies, they drink so much and so fast that they have to exhale after. That I can't stand that sound. I was getting irate. I'm like, I don't know how much longer I can hang here. Not quite sure. Haven't given Mr. Kazi my haven't given him my opinion of our new faucet. All right. 14 minutes I think is going to last on that. She does drive me nuts with that though. We're gonna use as less cans and bowls as possible. So let me wash this. You guys know I clean as I go. But he asked for burgers again this week, so I'm going the week of October 10th. It's fine. Where to New Orleans? I mean, I was there, Granny. I've been there, but we're like older now, so and we don't drink and we're not like in that kind of a like we're just like I don't know, we're just not Mr. Cosby wouldn't like it. Like we don't have any desire to go to Las Vegas either. Like I know all the shows, it's not just gambling. I know that there's shows, but I have to keep my eyes on his scrambled eggs here. I don't know. We are gonna look forward to the road trip. And I've already I've already asked a couple of people because we'll be in the general area of where um our friends are. And by friends I mean Caturday peeps. And they're like, yeah, let's get together, like have lunch. Which I don't think is weird with the people that I'm talking about. Like I've talked to these people for years. It's not like, oh, we just met. Like that would be like weird. and parasocial. But absolutely, I'm looking forward to it because we are going west. And like, when would be like, how would I, there wouldn't be another opportunity. So that'll be fun, the road trip. On the road trip here, it was kind of like a little, experiment on how we'll be in the car with one another. Because before, like in the beginning, when I was like, figuring out like why I was so ridiculous, before med changes, I wasn't very pleasant in the car rides. So this time I thought I did pretty good. We didn't argue or fuss or fight at all. I did have a panic attack on the way back. And I think it was because it was at night and I knew we had to go through 3 tunnels and there was like trucks on the road. And like a tunnel, you have one lane for trucks, like 18 wheelers, and the other for cars. And it's so tight. And I really started to get, I started to kind of like melt down. So, and we were listening to church too. So you would think like I would be like, you know, I mean, remember you're in God's hands because we're listening to our service. So it was just crazy. But I did get a little funky. And he said, well, maybe it's like you did that because it's at night, Like, I don't know, maybe. Just goes over here for us. All right, he's got his 5 jars. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. It's just easier to scoop and put in his bowl. But those tunnels, I dropped that on the floor. Another man down. Damn. Oh, and the bacon's going. All right, let's put this over here, okay? Because this seems like it's going to be a disaster. Do you guys have tunnels like where you are? Like major tunnels, like going through mountain tunnels, going like underwater tunnels? We have those here. Like Baltimore, if you go down to Baltimore, you got to go through a tunnel that's like the water is above you. I think the water's up. I don't know. They made a way to get through. All right, sir. Your breakfast is complete. Cat. Up there. I gotta walk these over to the tape because they have to cool before I put the lid on. Those little glass jars, I'll tell you. Every time I come here, I know I'm like dark and it's gotta like, you broke it, not me. Allegheny, Kenanani, Blue Ridge tunnels. Is that what we went through, right? Mm-hmm. And there's an Allegheny here, so. Would you like to swing when star scrambled eggs cooked in a jar? Are you better than where you are? Right. Is that like a nursery rhyme or is it like a Green Day song? Because Mr. Kazi will know if it is. You never know with you, Gerald. Chesapeake Bay Tunnel terrified me as a kid. You know what else? The bridge. That bridge. That freaking it's like 14 miles long. All right, let's get the bacon out before my inflow breaks my balls and says I burnt the bacon again. The bacon is cooked and fine. A little brown. It'll be a little brown. He'll like it. It's fine. It's just like leather straps to me for eating it. I don't know. It's not bad. It's healthier than regular bacon, but let's get this over here. Oh, let that cool down. I put it in bags for him. Um, I put it in bags because he will put like a couple of pieces, however many pieces he's feeling for the day. It's a Bing Crosby song. I-76 Turnpike. Yeah, that's where we were, Brad. That's where we were. There's 3 of them. At night, it was terrifying. It was terrifying, I tell you, for me. Okay, so he ordered sweet potatoes and Brussels sprouts for his lunch/dinners for the week. So we're going to do that, but I want to get the Brussels sprouts going because I'm going to roast them for him. And I'm going to roast the sweet potatoes because he's my sweet potato. There's a band, or there was a band here in Philly. Their name escapes me right now, but they had a song called Sweet Potato. It was amazing. I loved it. I'll put some olive oil in here. Jesus. Should I be cooking today? I gotta start using knives. Like I'm fearful for my fingers. I'm kind of a little bit worried. Well, tiny bit worried. Got the fresh baked Brussels sprouts. That's not too bad. It's not bad. I'm curious to see, like, when we do this road trip, how many tunnels are we going to go through? How many tunnels are in America? I don't know if he has our route planned out. So he gets the route. I'll see how many there are and make sure that I have enough meds on me. I wouldn't get into it, but we might go out west, way out west. Permanently. Oh, Jarella. Yeah, I mean, I know you didn't tell me, but you did share with us that your hubs went out there. Well, you said you might, so maybe there's a chance that you won't. Or if you do, maybe you're supposed to be, you're being put where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. Right? Although it doesn't help with being anxious and like kind of nervous about the whole experience. I can only imagine. I'm looking forward to moving, especially when I paid the HOA yesterday. Mr. Gods is like, can you go on the app and just pay the due? And I'm like, fine. I haven't been to the pool at all this summer either. Because I work till like 5 o'clock on Fridays, so it's, it is what it is. And I don't know, maybe I'll get there. I have next Friday off because I have a doctor's appointment, so maybe I'll get there that day. I don't feel like getting sunburned though. Watch it be raining too. We have sharp knives in our hands, and we have already, we've already dropped a ton of stuff, so I have to keep my eye on the sprouts here. Gotta trim them up. Trim the bad boys up. One more bag. I went to I go shopping every week. And I'm like really weird, I guess. I don't know. Maybe other people are like this. But like most grocery stores in America, I'm sure when you go into the store, like it dumps you into your produce section. Grocery stores, I know somebody that like did marketing for grocery stores, and they purposely design them a certain way so that you spend more money. Anyway, as soon as we go into our grocery store, I get dumped into the produce section. So when I put the produce in the cart, I have it in one section, and then I go to the meat department and I put my meats in a certain like area. I have it all lined up in my cart. And then all my pantry items, and then my dairy, right? So when I put it on the thing, I always put my produce first on the belt, because I'm just curious to see like how much I'm spending on fresh produce, because normally I would buy like frozen vegetables that are like 2 for $2.50 or whatever, and now we're getting like the fresh stuff. So there was like strawberries were on sale, like peaches were on sale, like everything was on sale, so it wasn't too bad. But here's the thing. I was so annoyed. There were two women in front of me, and they you could tell that they were together. They had the small carts, and they were talking to one another, just probably the older woman, doesn't drive or whatever the case may be. So I'm just, sitting there looking around, and I now she has hers, like the first woman's like bagging her stuff, taking her sweet time. And the other woman has all of her stuff on the belt. But she has her cart all the way up against me, and she's not moving. So then she grabs the divider, and she puts the divider down to divide the person's that's bagging and her groceries. So the cashier's like, I know what I'm doing, and takes the divider and puts it so that I could put my stuff on. I couldn't put myself on because her cart was in the way. So I politely asked her, I'm like, can you move your cart so I can start putting my stuff up? And she kind of had like an attitude, and I'm like, whatever. And they spoke Spanish the whole time, so I guess they were talking about me, because she kind of had an attitude after I asked her. Anyway, they were still like, the woman started ringing me up, like they paid, they were done. They were still bagging the first person stuff. And when I tell you they didn't have much, they didn't have much. So I got all my stuff on the belt, and I have my bags. It's like I have bags for the produce, I got a bag for the meat, I got a bag for the pantry, got a bag for the dairy. So she starts doing all this. And she starts ringing me up, and I'm like, I said, here, I'll just grab it like here. So she was handing it over to me so that I could bag, so that we can keep it moving for her. I get done, they leave, I get done. I didn't take forever because I was bagging quickly. I get to the register. She tells me my total, which I was like so happy about. She's like, it's one something. It was under $150, and I was very excited about that, because we did get a lot of produce and meats. So I'm just putting a little bit of garlic in the sprouts for him, not too much. So I give her my money. Hold on. It's easier to toss them in a bag with the olive oil, just to get them spread out. And into the pan they go. So I give her money, right? And she gives me back too much change. Like I should have gotten $7 change. She gave me $12 change. And I told her, I said, I'm sorry, but like this is the wrong amount of change. And she's looking at me, and I was like, I should have only gotten $7 back. You gave me 12, so I owe you 5. And she's looking at me like, and she's reading the receipt, and she like, she didn't understand. She was an older woman, and she just looked like she was ready to burst into tears. And I was like, it's not a problem. It's a simple mistake. I said, we'll just switch it out. There was a young girl behind me, and I just looked at her and I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, but I can't consciously go home with an extra $5. I owe them $5. So we had to wait for the manager, and I kept saying to the young girl, and the young girl was like, no, it's fine. It's okay. So I hope that, I at least made an impression on a younger person that, do the right thing. The poor woman at the register was like, I'm so sorry, because we had to wait for a manager to open the door. She's like, I'm so sorry. She's like, I had a really aggressive person. She's like, and those two ladies, and I haven't had my break yet. And I'm like, we're fine. We're cool. We'll be all right. Not a problem. Get a catch tank from the Tranker Supply and Brad with his pool on the beach. So I just felt so bad for that woman. I really did. I was like, I hope you get a break and you have a great weekend. All right, what's that? We are not having a good experience today in the kitchen. I really rinsed these off. I scrubbed them. Okay. Slight taters. It's expensive than anything. I just discussed it. Los Angeles and the cost of living turns me up big time. Yeah. Mozzarella. Maybe it won't happen. Maybe it won't. And you and the puppers can stay where you're used to staying. But again, God has a plan. He knows. He knows your worries and your stress. Yo, sweet potatoes are really freaking hard. Really hard here. I gotta concentrate. Because these take a while to roast. How am I going to cut this one? All right, I'm just going to cut it this way because, you know what, Mr. Kazi? The other ones that I tried to pick the ones that had at least the same size, but it was these or friggin' huge ones, huge. I've never seen them that big before. I'm not cutting them big things. All right, so same thing. We're going to put these in some olive oil just to roast up. I know, sometimes that plane kicks me. I know. Andre Marie. How you doing, Andre? Are you staying out of trouble? Staying out of trouble out there on these streets? I hear your name. I lurk in certain places I probably shouldn't be lurking, but I can't help it because it's just, I have a side story that I really, really, really love my little side soap opera. And I don't want to tell too many people about it because I'll be judged. Sorry. Gorilla, I wrote out a Compton. Straight out of Compton, Brad? Right, I forgot that I didn't put the... Damn it, Jenna! Hi! Jenna, I have been... Sorry. No, I ain't gonna rub my nose. I'm rubbing my nose. Okay. Very good. All right, so the best way to roast the potatoes, because I saw it on the internet, so it's got to be true, you put them cut side down and let the skin sit up until they turn like candied. And the last time I did this for the hubs, he enjoyed it. So with these things here, put vessels up top, then these down the bowl. 11:11. Timer. There'll be 45 minutes. Okay, so let's get this going here because we have stir fry and all right, bear with me with the dishes. I got to clean the bowl that just fell on the floor for sure. Again, we got to do our meat. Anyway, Jenna, I've been bummed that I've been missing mystery night. I'm going to really try to get there this Sunday. I'm definitely not ignoring Chronic for any reason other than by the time I'm done my weekend and all of the things I have to do, I am out like a light. Because we, I gotta empty the dishwasher. I am usually out like a light by the time she's on, and I do miss her. I miss hanging out with everyone too. Pretty much people in Caturday are over there hanging with Chronic. It's a great distraction from all the other drama that you got going on. That we all are guilty of watching in girl world, but I do have a side story that I'm like thoroughly enjoying, and I'm keeping that a secret. I'm keeping my side story a secret. I'm watching all the things because, because I'm new. What are you going to do? The hell is YouTube for without a little bit of drama? So, I don't know why the hell I'm so curious about what's going on, but here we are. Here we are. Did I tell you guys? I don't know if I should tell you guys. Because you're gonna I don't know if you'd be surprised or you'd be disgusted. But can't help it. You wanna know? You're West Coasty too? I know. I text her in Discord and I let her know I'm not ignoring you. I swear it. But since I'm getting everything done today, I'm back on my schedule. I should be able to keep my eyes open a little bit longer. Can't believe tomorrow night. I'm already thinking about tomorrow night having whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so this bag we don't need. That's clean. Now we'll get the burgers. Let's all look at that. Clean this out. Poultry. I don't know if you guys do this, but maybe it's just a tip for everyone. Just the tip, giggity. I have a green cutting board, so I know that this is my veggies. And then I have a white one for the meats, especially the chicken. I don't use I won't cut meat on my green one and I won't cut vegetables on my white one. They are designed specifically for those two reasons. There's two purposes. So silly. I don't need girl world with the neighbors next door. Oh, you got drama? You got neighbor drama? I girl world is definitely not like if we don't have each other, how are we going to get through it? Right? Okay, so Mr. Kazi wants burgers, and in his burgers he wants onion and mushrooms. And I got the big mushrooms because we're doing the stir fry. So they'll have saved myself. I'm like, oh, this is good. Um just has to be rinsed off. What did I forget? Eggs for the meat. All right, I'll tell you, but you can't judge me, okay? Like you can't judge me. I think Jarell is going to give me her opinion, and I think I already know what her opinion is going to be, and I'm expecting it, and I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it, but it's my side story, okay? It's a side story that I'm enjoying, but I'm kind of watching the Peanut and the Greg things like unwind, like unfold before my eyes. I've been through 2 breakups with them already, and they've gotten back together again, and I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy the storyline. I like them together. They do have chemistry together. So I agree with that. But the story is just I've always watched Peanut. I've always lurked. So when she came back after her break, now we know why. Her break was her break. He gets a dollop of garlic. And then the poor man smells like garlic all weekend. I unsubbed from Peanut. Getting on roller or smacking. I have no idea who they are. So they're just like Peanut was a reactor to, like, she called out certain people that reacted. Her and Gigi and Belinda were friends. Now they're not friends anymore. And then she's with Greg. Like they talk. Sometimes it gets a little weird, but I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. It's I'm just watching it all unfold and it cracks me up. Some of this shit cracks me up. They get vulgar and stuff like that, but I can't help it. I don't chat. I watch Gigi and I don't chat. I've always watched Gigi and I never really chatted in his chat. I did the other day because my name was mentioned. So I was like, okay, my name's mentioned, I'll go in there. And it wasn't mentioned negatively towards him. He had nice things to say. So I didn't think he would have anything nasty to say about me. But I watch all of them. I watch it all. I watch it all unfold. You really like Greg, but he doesn't. I know. You're the reason why I just mentioned it, Andre. I know you're getting in trouble. I know you're getting in trouble. You've been getting in trouble since your breakup with the other one up there in New York. So, anyway, I listen to stuff and I play my Mahjong. Mr. Kazi's like, you shouldn't be in your phone that long and watching that. I'm like, I'm playing a game. I'm listening to stuff, but I'm playing a game. I'm on like 1013 level. I just started a couple of weeks ago. You don't know the first thing about, well, it's okay. It's okay if you don't. Truly. But he's somewhat new to Girl World. That part, Jarella. I think he's going to take a break from that this week, he said. Like, just to break up the monotony. But I understand why he's, like, reacting. But, I don't know. It's a shit show everywhere you go. It's a shit show. Every room you go into. I'm just keeping up with things because you know how fast things change, and I'm like, all right, I can't be. I watch Rosie. I can't do Chantel. I just she's always got her opinion about America, and like, dude, like we got it. We live here. We know what's going on. We don't need an opinion from someone that doesn't live here. Like we have enough to worry about. And she always has like a nasty like way of going about how she thinks. And the whole world's gonna judge America. Like it's just, it's just how it is. But I will tell you that I did see something because we hosted the World Cup, that how many people came here to visit because it was the World Cup and they came from their countries and that sort of thing. There were so many people from other countries that came here and said like what they see on the news about America is so inflated, and they don't understand why people talk negatively about our country because they absolutely loved it. And I was like, well, there you go. I like hearing that stuff because I'm proud to be an American, no matter who's in charge. Mr. K, need an opinion from you all here. The house we bought in Louisiana is a 1907 and needs repair. Should we do YouTube videos? Absolutely. Do you know how many people do that, Nico? There are so many people that do that stuff. See, Jen is the yes, please. So I'm excited for our stir fry. I got some snap peas and I got some baby carrot, mushroom. I might throw broccoli in it, depending on how big the pan is. Do you think Salah is influenced in her thoughts on America? I think, but she's always had negative thoughts about America. She's always had them. She's always got something shitty to say. But I'll ride over the border to go take her happy ass to a Chick-fil-A. He likes some chopped mushrooms in his. He likes some chopped mushrooms in his whatchamacallits. It looks like we'll cut these and then we'll figure them out. This is just a rough chop. I just chopped them. I don't want to put these in a food processor because then it turns to like mushroom paste. You know what I mean? You don't need knife skills for this chop. I would watch a channel like that. We just bought an old house. 1860 yours was in? Oh, I bet you, oh my gosh, I bet your houses look amazing. I love the old houses. They're a lot because you do have like a lot of, especially like back then they didn't have like air ducts and like, so you got it and you got to do electric and you got to do, you know, just all that stuff to well, not only modernize it, but get it up to code for today's standards. All right, I think we're going to need to chop some more. All right. I'm sorry, a mushroom fell on the floor. Okay. All right, I got a question. Like, I'm really strung out. I know what you guys are going to say, so I'm just like, just work is like absolutely horrible. Like, it's just really, really bad. Like, real, real bad. And Mr. Cosby and I talk about it, and he's like, because I still feel, I mean, The feeling's not as strong as it used to be, but I just feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be because I feel like I'm needed there to, like, God has me there for a reason, right? Like there's a purpose for where I'm at. And we go through trials. Like not everything is easy. We've all dealt with, like some sort of like, why God, why this kind of thing, right? So I'm putting up with it, but for the last 2 weeks I've been very emotional, and it gets taken a toll on me when I come home. So, but what else, right? Watch those, and then those are for the stir fry. So today, usually Caturday. Now, Caturday in the past is I've gotten off Caturday. I've I just started doing this whole prep when Mr. Kazi got sick. Not sick, had his surgery. So I enjoy doing all of this so I don't have to do it on Sundays. So Sundays are completely, you know, like we just go to church and we'll do our little breakfast thing and come home and just chill. There's no doing chores for me. Like he's got his laundry going. I'll have that all completed. So anyway, that's that. I don't know why I was telling you that story. Where was I going with that? Oh, I was like organizing the fridge because someone keeps moving stuff and has been adding more and more. He has like 20 bottles of water in there cold. You're not drinking them all at once. Put a 6-pack in there, and when you get down to 3, put another 3 in. I don't like. He's listening, so I still have that opinion, sir. But now he's got like his he got like the Oikos proteins, so there's just more stuff in the fridge. So I'm organizing everything. And then I found my bottle of wine all the way in the back of the refrigerator. So after all this, Kimmy is going to soak in a hot bath for a couple of hours, just reset myself. And I was thinking, like, maybe I'll have some wine. I don't know. Is that a good idea or a bad idea? Poor Mr. Kazi, but like, oh, we had wine last week. What the hell? Because the last time I had wine was like a long time ago. Like that much wine was like that Valentine's Day we came on and acted a fool, or I acted a fool. You had to have been an ass if Olap pulls a snippet and puts it on her channel. She wasn't trying, like she didn't do it because like she goes for cows and stuff like that. She didn't. That wasn't like her intention. She just thought it was funny. So anyway, as long as you have nothing else to do for the day, have the wine. No, I'm like doing everything. I just have to fold laundry. I'm not driving anywhere. We're not going out. we just took the whole month budget for our little adventure last weekend. Well, I didn't think this through. Okay. Now, I told you Mr. Cosby's like paying attention to his macros. So these are beef burgers. I have to make them like, I think he wants me to like portion out 9 ounces because after it cooks down, it'll be like 7.5, 8 ounces per burg. Yes, we'll do this. And Brad, thank you. We'll still be working on her. I think you should, Nico. I think that would be a good idea. And then we'll, like all of us. I love watching when Brad updates his upload something. Me and Mr. Kazi will talk about it. Did you see what Brad was doing? So he's over there like redoing a bike. All right. Damn it, Kim. I didn't clean the breakfast pan. I need that. All right. 8-7. Little mini meatloaves. I mean, you guys, he eats these like he's been eating these for years. Like he's just, this is just his thing, his fixation food. And it's, what is this one? The last ground beef I got was 96.4. This is 93.7. Yeah, that's a little too much. There you go. I don't know, Jenna. I always say I'm going to get ripped up, and then I wind up getting like crystal light. Can you believe we're in August already? Like the summer is almost over. And I, when I get to this part of the year, I'm like, the frig, the mummers are almost on. We almost have the mummers to watch. Little bit more. Guys are quiet this morning. What's happening? Now, I hope I get 6 out of this. I think I will. Because that'll be enough. Sometimes he eats like this for lunch and dinner. Oh no, girl. These are all coming out to be like 8.7. So that's good because then it cooks down and he'll weigh it after it's already cooked to get the actual like correct ounces. Oh, I might get set. Well, let's see. Let's see. He might have a baby one. It's almost Kimmy's birthday. That's right. That's right. Andre, aren't you near me too? Are you in September too? I keep telling everybody, I'm like, holy smokes, like I'm gonna be 54. 54! I feel like I just turned 50. And time is going by quick. All right, this one might be a big one. Ah! I mean, that's like a real big one. She's in Louisiana. My son is the same. Oh, yours is 7'9", like my girlfriend. Right, we're backwards. I had it somewhat right. Somewhat. Mr. Kazi, would you care if I made you like a little bit of a meatball? Like a meatball? 2.8 meatball? You'll have to just weigh these out. Just stick them on these. This isn't, oh, that one's a little, well, those are kind of big. I gotta make these like they're supposed to. That's the tester burger. I know, but it'll wind up being like burnt because I have to cook these a certain amount of time and then that one will. We'll just make them a little bigger. He'll have to figure it out. I don't think he'll care. I really don't think he'll mind. That's a good one. Nico, be careful. Don't dox yourself. People are cray cray. People are cray. I mean, you are an ex-Philadelphia cop, so I can imagine that, anybody screws around there. They picked the wrong one. All right. Now, here's my thing. I'm like really afraid because I'm using this the stir fry stuff that I've never made before. I have my recipe right there. But where's the oven mitt? 19 minutes. Here. This. This goes in. All right. So 20 minutes. How should I do this? All right, I'll cook them for 20 minutes and then I'll put another 20 on for the burger so that they have a total of 40. But I want to take the vegetables out in there again. If I like do all that nonsense, then we're going to burn the Brussels sprouts and all of that nonsense. I don't want to do that. Okay? Poultry. All right. Clean this up a little bit. Can't forget to clean the pot. Tester burger. That was fun. Now, Burke said that they were in here earlier and that they're going to be listening and driving. I hope that they are driving to where, like, to kayak. It's my shoulder. You gotta still take the chicken. That's why. Nico, tell me. You did it yesterday. A neighbor down there said, "We got you. Remember, we're crazy Cajun." Nico. Nico. I just like you just gotta protect yourselves. Like the internet's wild, I'll tell you. For no damn reason, they'll just like pick out somebody just like for just because. Stupid. I didn't sign up for this kind of internet. I was very, 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 very naive. Very naive when I started YouTube. I got myself into two stupid situations all for like thinking I was a friend or that they were a friend. But whatever. We move along. Oh my god. I want to keep the water running for you guys. Kind of like a little bit annoying. I know how it sounds because when Rosie does decide to do dishes, the water running is kind of annoying. But I appreciate you understanding me, Chloe. It's my OCD. We have to have clean as we go. My brother found my well, my mom told me that she was going to give me my grandmother's recipes, but in the move, like she had them, she just didn't know where she put them. The recipe box that my grandmother had. So my brother texted me yesterday, I think, He was like, look what I found. He's like, do you want them? I was like, well, they actually, yeah, they were, I was told that they're mine. Yes, please. Knowing my mother, knowing my mother, she'll be like, I didn't tell you could have them. So I got to reconfirm. Remember when you told me? Did I tell you guys about the kitchen sink? We have the hose that pulls down so you can spray. Well, that sprung a leak. It was the leak in the hose. So we finally got the faucet fixed because we had to wait for um our plumber. He was on vacation. And by our plumber, I mean he's a family member. He was on vacation. So it wasn't bad. I could get away with the spray. I just had a bucket under there and it wasn't bad. So anyway, we get the new faucet. I'm not quite sure how I feel about the new faucet, but it's a faucet. First world problem. Where was I going with that story? Why am I losing my marbles? I could put this away. See, I said this earlier. The faucet. My gosh, guys, dropping things, forgetting shit. So during the leak under the sink, there was all kinds of shit. It was just very disorganized. Mr. Kazi gets me flowers all the time, so there's like too many vases. So now he's like just getting the bunches. So they were all down there. Everything, it was just a big mess. So I had to take everything out because I had to clean it and just keep the bucket under there in the event of like an actual emergency. So I was like, well, this doesn't belong here. Like we can get rid of that, this, that, and the other. I am so excited. My under my cabinet is organized. All of my cutting boards can they're not spread out. I cleaned my junk drawer. What else did we do? I don't know what the closet's called because it's where the fuse box is. It's like out, like it's where the air conditioning stuff is. This is the utility closet where the hot water heater is. But anyway, that closet was kind of like straightened out because it holds the broom and the mop and all that stuff. So when I painted, I did a lot of good stuff. Okay, this is here. I don't need this anymore. This I promise was clean. That's that. We have the pot. We'll get the chicken cut in a minute. Those are good. This was used. We got to put the soy sauce together. Okay. I was waiting on this because I'm like, what the hell? Let me put that there for now. Because you guys are in the cabinet. So I have a lot of chicken and I feel like I am going to put broccoli in this. And I forgot the broccoli when I was in the produce aisle, so I am using frozen broccoli for this one. Waiting for Heavy to wake up so we can take our drive up the coast with our 2 adventure kitty. The cats like the car? Jenna, seriously? A dozen cars and an RV to move. Holy moly. You got a lot going on there, lady. So the soy sauce or the stir fry sauce. I have just like a recipe which would probably be for 2 people, but we're doing this for, the week. So I'm thinking about like doubling it. I love that they can get in the car. My boy just like totally has a panic attack. He pants the whole time. I have to I can open the carrier and just pet him and calm him down. But no, Mr. Boycat does not like the he does not like the car, and he will He does have a fit. Um, we had him. He's been a little bit of a little. He's been a little bad. Not bad. I get it. He's scared. The first time I got the little robot was in 2019. He boycotted it for the first few days because he was just scared. Like, it was brand new to him, and he saw it spin when the other cats were in it. And, the girls were just like, hey, let's do this. So we had to get another one because the last one broke. And I don't want to talk about that because that really, that hurt financially. But it is so much, like, I highly 10 out of 10 recommend a litter robot. He boycotted it, and so this one we talked about it because Jersey told me to put tape over it, and I will. But I've been watching, and he's been like just creeping up to it. It only takes like 20 to 25-second clips, but when he goes up to it, he like walks away. But the last couple of clips that I got, he has actually gone into it, and there's no mess. Like, I'm not coming home to like wet spots or piles of his poop. So he is using it. I just wasn't able to capture it. But don't that thing, it weighs the cats, and it tells you on the app how much the cat weighs. Today's daily weight is it won't register hardly. I guess because she's too little. I don't know. Because she's like 6 pounds. Chaos got a month training in before we got Mayhem. Your cats are called Chaos and Mayhem. I freaking love it. Jenna, the new one? No. No. That was and we had no choice because I wanted the same model, which was the Robot 3. Now they have the 5, which I do like that it's sleeker and that it's not like the whole globe spins. It actually spins inside. So it doesn't come off the track as easily as the old one. But it was, yeah. He did get a 3-year warranty on it. And that hiked the cost up, but it was $1,000. That hurt a lot. However, they're the cats, they're my babies, I have to take care of them. All right, let's get to the sauce. Okay, what did I do with my, did I put them back? What did I do with my measuring cups? Why am I having such an issue today? All right, well, gotta do math. It's a good thing I paid attention in fractions. Okay. I feel like this is going to be a lot of soy sauce. I feel like it might be. So the regular recipe calls for 1/4. I think I might do just a little less than, it's a little less than a 1/2 cup. Okay. Soy sauce is over. Now I need 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Oyster. Yeah, with the warranty. I mean, oh God, I forgot how thick this is. Oh. I need to get oyster sauce here. All right, so the regular recipe calls for 2 tablespoons. If we double, that's 4. I can do simple math. I think I just have 1 tablespoon left. Oh my word. This is really thick too. So, like, turning it upside down is not going to help me in this particular moment. It is what it is. It is what it is. Make sure we get everything out. When I'm downstairs cooking, I think about that freaking dingling in Florida and what she does in the kitchen, and I'm like, I never. All right, calls for hoisin sauce. 1 tablespoon. I gotta put 2 in. Have any of you guys made stir fry? Okay. Okay, it says 2 tablespoons of brown sugar or honey. So we're going with the honey. I need to get, we'll have to put this on the list after this one. Ah, crap, I forgot to spray it with cooking spray. Damn it. Honey is a pain in the ass. I gotta clean this off. We need the great and powerful Oz in here. I bet you she's made sweet. She's made stir fry. If you're working with honey, spray it with some spray sauce or some cooking spray, and it falls right out of what you got it in. See? Nothing's in there. Comes right out. I don't know where the hell I learned this trick. But I learned it. Did you guys know how many? That was 3, right? Yeah, that was 3 because this is needs more spray. Boop. That ingredient is down. 2 tablespoons rice vinegar. What can I want? That's not coming off. 3. I'm like, you want to swim in a pool? The oven, it's not on fire. Just, I don't know what's going on with my oven, but it's venting. Like nothing is burnt. I promise. Nothing's burnt. Okay, so 2 of these. I don't know why I was on an Asian-inspired Pinterest trip. But every time I went to the store, I just picked up like an ingredient here, an ingredient there. All right, sesame oil. Pure sesame oil. 2 tablespoons of this. Look at that. Exactly 1 tablespoon. That's trash. Ooh, that was perfect. Just sit there. I'm looking at the recipe last night. I'm like, I have all of those ingredients. I'm going to do this. Because he wanted something chicken, but he doesn't eat chicken past 2 days. He doesn't like it. So I'm taking this off. Kick rocks. All right. Now it says 2. Oh, I forgot to get my ginger. I have ginger in the freezer. Yeah. I think that will be enough. Now I asked our lovely cook channel if I can freeze ginger, and she said absolutely. So here we are. I cut it into pieces that I thought would probably be what I need. All right, that's the 20 minutes for the roasted. For the roasted. Okay. Yes. Just wait a second. You're so off again. I want to show you guys my painting that I got because it looks 3D and dimensional. It is not, but it looks like it because it's a very good painting. We just have garlic, ginger, and then I got to make a slurry. Nope, that just got all fogged up. Let's see what we're working with here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forget how much time we have to go back. But these are the roasted Brussels. I forgot to get my trivets out. These are really soft, so I can't pick them up until they're, well, maybe this one. I don't know. They're roasted. They came out good. Why are you burning me? That's a rubber glove. Keep that there because I'm going to have to move it. Shiny objects today. So 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. How much do you think that would be? Do you think like a tablespoon or more? Like, because I don't want it to be too garlicky, right? I don't want that to happen. But I also need the garlic. Tastes fail to me after 2 days. Pun intended. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. All right, that looks like that will do. We're good. This goes... do you put hoisin sauce in the fridge after you open it? I am going to say yes. I'm going to make that call. This is vinegar. This, and this go. Just going to make it, an educated guess and say that it does. Where's my garlic going to go? You're going to go right there for now. Oh, my sesame seed oil. Okay, so we got the garlic. Now we do the ginger, and then we do the slurry. And it says to like mix this up and then let it sit while you're doing all the other stuff. Where's my grater? Because I know I have one. I'm just gonna eyeball this. Smells good. It smells good. Whoa. The grater went, the potato peeler went right down in the drain. I don't, but mine is corked bottle. Yeah, I think that I am. Well, I put it in the fridge. Where is Ozzy when you need her? I know. She's doing mom things. She's doing the mom things. These go in the pantry when we're done, or the spice cabinet. The eggs are cold. I don't want them to dry out. So let's get these bagged up, or jarred up, lidded up, and in the fridge. He didn't have breakfast all week. I felt bad. I mean, I'm sure he found food. He definitely is you know, he can fend for himself, but I felt bad because he's used to having like his eggs in the morning. His eggs and bacon or sausage, whatever he pulls out. All right. All right. So I'm gonna put my garlic there for me. All right, now get this in the frame. All right, Mr. Cosby, your breakfasts are prepared. Your veggies are done. Your burgers. Ah, the burgers! Timer. How many minutes do you think that was? I'm going to put them on 14 more minutes. Ugh. I don't know how many minutes ago I pulled out the. Good grief. Pulled out the whatchamacallit. Okay. Grated cornstarch. Where is my cornstarch? I was watching Rosie, like, she sits and puts her, 8-day-old lasagna soup in the fridge or in the microwave, and she was lifting her arms. My arms, since I lost all that weight, are so bad. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, I have to wear very long short sleeves or 3/4 sleeves because that is my insecurity. I don't care if my legs look like, look bad, but that is definitely an insecurity. All right, so smells like stir fry. Smells like it. Smells good. And then we'll put the slurry in there. Let's me guts. Slurry is 1 teaspoon cornstarch, so 2 teaspoons. And okay, so this is 4 water. You saw what was happening over here. Ah, a jackass. I was putting the water in the tablespoon thing, and it was just pouring out. Like nothing was staying in the thing, because physics. Anyway, you don't have these, like your life is not complete. Like these spoons that are magnets. Love these things. Love them. Now what am I going to mix with? Right, so we got our slurry. Does this soy sauce say? I do. I put it in the fridge. I don't know if it has to be because it's like you get the packets from the restaurant and they sit out. I mean, like when you open them, you use them, but they are usually just room temp. But I just put it in the fridge. That's a good question because I don't think I need to do it. The way your hair is streaking is beautiful. Thank you. I know. You know how I feel. I want to go gray anyway. I really need a haircut though. I have to make an appointment for a haircut. It's out of control, which is a good thing because it grew back. Y'all know how stressed out I was about that. All right, we're at the final stretch here. Well, I'll do this. I'll put his bacon in his bag. I go through too many bags. Kind of bothered. Almost lost that one. Almost lost that one. Bacon pulled off in the drawer. Pulling up the hole. Get those out of the way so they cool. What time is it? I don't know how long we've been here. Oh, it's after 12. All right, so we have mushrooms, corn, snap peas, and broccoli. But first, we must saute the chicken. And if you guys got to hop out, let me know, and we'll just cut it here. Not a problem. We did a lot of cooking. We got breakfast. We got one dinner down. Now we have some dinner / lunch, however he wants to eat this. But like I ran out of garlic powder, and he like went to Delaware after I'd gone food shopping. So he went to Walmart, right? And I was like, "Ooh, I'm so glad I remembered it." I was like, "Get me a garlic powder." I said, "Not." He goes, "The real big one." I said, "No, not the real big one." I said, "And if you can only find like, the regular size, whatever package, that's fine. But if they have like one between the really big one and the smaller one, get that." I didn't have high hopes. He found it. He found it for me. So I have the garlic powder. I thought that was hilarious because yesterday I caught myself going down the spice aisle because I'm like, oh shit, I got to get garlic powder. But then I remember him showing me and getting really excited. And I'm like, oh, cool. I don't have to go down that aisle because something always falls into the cart when I'm in the spice aisle. And so I didn't go down, right? This morning, I told him about me going down the spice aisle, and I was going to use garlic paste, but I'm not. I did use it for this, the actual sauce. So, um, I was just playing around with them. I'm like, it made my heart happy that you remembered my garlic powder. And I was like, and like I told him that the garlic made me happy. I said, and when the garlic makes me happy, that means it makes you happy because I'm cooking for you. And he's like, he just thinks I'm nuts sometimes, but that's okay. Sometimes I am. Oh, well, they're not giant size, but there's more than I thought there would be in this package. So, okay, well, whatever. All right. We got 5 little breastises. I want to make sure that, like, I cut the chicken up so that they're, like, decent sized bites, but not, like, huge bites. And they're not huge, like, fat pieces of breast. So, this is actually going to work out for us. Going to work out for us, guys. I want to show you my wall art that I got for the dining room, but I still have stuff like that I took off the wall when I paint it, and I haven't figured out where I want to put it. So my dining room table is kind of a mess, and there's kind of stuff on the floor from like the walls and stuff. So, I mean, I know we don't judge each other in here. But I do want to show you that before we hop off. And remember, the week, was it the week? How long have I painted my dining room? Was it the week before we went away that I wasn't here? I forget. But anyway, I definitely didn't do it last weekend, which I thought I would get to because, you know. But Kazi had other plans. All right, this might be just enough for him to get through a day, 2 days. I hope it's good because we'd be wasting all of these ingredients if it turned out to be really gross. And he's really good at eating stuff that's not great. Oh my gosh, I got 4 minutes on the bergs. Okay, they look like decent size. Ah, yeah. If you wash your gloves, it doesn't count that you got the handle, right? We're just going to pretend. Just pretend. I don't want to crowd the pan, but I also don't want to cook this. That's all right. One layer. Okay. All right. So we got that cooking. Let's get rid of the gloves and wash these 2 dishes. Our bottle. These away. I really want one of those magnets for knives to put on like the wall because the block is getting on my nerves because I just know it's like I just know like that it breeds germs. It's big wrong. These are mostly utensils, so. The water going everywhere, I do. Mr. Kazi, you should come down and try the stir fry when it's done and it's hot, just a little bit. Be the tester of the new recipe. You don't have to clean the kitchen because it's already clean. Except for the floor now because I dropped everything. Swiffer that off. Do any of you guys have the pink stuff? Hi. Welcome back. The product of pink stuff. Like for cleaning. Because I got that when I was at the Home Depot buying my paint. And like I don't know what I thought it would be, but literally it doesn't have a smell. So I was like, did it clean? I mean it did look like clean. Aren't you eating any? I probably, you know how I am when I cook. I don't eat when I cook. I'll eat it later, but I'm not going to eat it now. Individual pieces. 44 seconds on the bergs. Guys are going to think I'm nuts. But I do this with his burgers as soon as I pull them out of the oven. Hey, oven's off. When I pull his burgers out, like especially beef ones, I just like push them down a little bit to kind of get like any like unnecessary grease off of them. So they'll cool there. There we go. Yeah, I'll probably have some later, but I'm not going to eat them like when I come out. I'm not going to eat it like right away. Are you opposed to coming down and trying it? Making an appearance? If you don't want to, I mean, there's no pressure, but I'd like to get your opinion on it. I mean, I could try it, I guess. All right. Kind of is looking, yeah, it's kind of looking boiled. Now we're just going to saute. Up a little bit. These I can dry. Get my spoons together in a way. I'm telling you, these are the best things. Girl in work, she came in. She's like, I got you something. And I was like, what? What did you get? And she handed me these. And it's like she handed me a diamond ring. I was so excited. I'm like, I've always wanted them and I always forget to put them in the cart. They're the best. Of course. Same one. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you kindly. It shouldn't take much longer. Chicken doesn't take that long. I just got to brown it up. And then the vegetables are not like they're supposed to be crunchy. So I'll put the broccoli in first since it's that way. I'll put the broccoli in first since that's the coldest. He usually likes the honey garlic chicken that I made. He'll request that, but I'm like, I won't eat that. Like, I won't. I know for some reason I'm not a fan of it. He likes it, so I make it. But cabinets are open. Do you guys want to take a walk over to the dining room and see that? No, you got to remember, it's a mess. Walk with me. Walk this way. Now remember, things are a mess. How do I turn this around? Do you say it? You say it, right? It's like a tree, and I could probably get closer. See how it looks like it's like 3D, but it's not. I love it. I love it, I tell you, I do. Right, back on the counter you go. And you fell a little bit. Hi, Pass for Pets. How are you? We're over here smoking the kitchen up. It is pretty. And it was one of those that I found on oh yeah, we're getting there now with the chicken. It's I found it on Amazon. I had I had like four paintings. So why? I had four paintings in the in my cart on Amazon. I had more than that. And then I took it down to four. I was like, okay, I'm definitely happy with these. But it was a hard decision. So I kept them in the cart and I kept looking at it and I'm like, well, this and that. They were all the same dimension. So it wasn't that I knew what dimension I wanted because I measured the wall. But it was the freaking the designs, they're so pretty. And all of them were in this they were the same price point. And it didn't matter. Like I wouldn't buy a $300 piece of art from Amazon, right? But that was $89. I thought that that was really awesome. So I was hoping that it came looking 3 days, and I didn't get pumped on that part. When I opened it up, I was so excited. So excited. Gonna give it an extra minute. I got some nice color on it. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good deal if you ask me. I got the sauteed chicken, and the pan still has some grease in it, so I don't need to spray it. I'm gonna put the broccoli in first because that's the one. Like, and then I'll get some like liquid from that since it's frozen. I know you're not supposed to put water on mushrooms, but the sliced ones, I don't have time to sit there and dry wipe them all. So the broccoli first, and then we'll do the mushrooms because mushrooms take a little bit to cook down. You don't have to cook them down too much. So we only got a couple more minutes here. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me, watching me with my first endeavor. But we did get through breakfast. We got through a whole menu. And now this one. I told Mr. Kazi if I make him dessert, it's got to be waiting all my damn groceries, and they are halfway across town. Ugh. I was going to say, I hope you don't have ice cream, but I know that you don't have ice cream. There's nothing worse than biting into a cold piece of broccoli. Oh. The last bag of frozen vegetables that I got like peas and carrots because I was making like shrimp fried rice or yeah, shrimp fried rice. Because usually I'll get it for like a shepherd pie. And I was like, I just grabbed them. I like, I try to get the ones that are like kind of in the middle because you know that they like, you know, the newer ones go on top. So I was like feeling around. When I got home, that was rock solid with like ice. I was so friggin' mad. So when I got this bag of broccoli, it was like real, like loose. It wasn't hard as a rock. I was like, oh yeah, that's a fresh pack. All the other ones were solid ice. And I didn't feel like going to the produce section to get a head of broccoli. I know that's so bad, but that's honesty. We're honest over here. This is really steaming. I'm gonna get some of this liquid out of here. I knew we'd have some. Oh. Work smarter, not harder. Okay. Work smarter, not harder. All right. Broccoli's in. Mushrooms are in. And these are all veggies he likes, so. Well, I got to tell a couple of channels that I don't know how my cards got mixed up, but I had to cancel all the memberships and I got to re-enter everything. So I hope that it doesn't get in, like, interfere with like the membership thing. But I'm only a member to like 3 channels. But I forgot because the 2 that I am subscribed to were live, and I'm like, if I lapse, I search my cards. I don't know what the hell I did. Corn's going in. You got to break my balls, right? Snap peas is not my favorite, and they got to break my balls. Cool. Cool story, bro. Where the hell they put the scissors? What the frick? Where's my knife? Snap going in. All right. I should have put the carrots in too. Shoot. I mean the corn. And we're gonna need a bigger pan. It says to mix the sauce with the veggies, but I think when the veggies are cooked, I'm gonna put them in the bowl and mix it that way with the chicken, because this pan, I didn't use my bigger pan. You guys have like a favorite pan, right? This is like my favorite one. And I'm getting sad because I have to replace my pots and pans. They're many years old. They lasted me since I bought them in 2018. So they've lasted, they've been through some damage. I just want the ones that get it tender. That's a lazy way of putting a cover on your pan. I don't feel like cleaning a lid. We'll wait for that. I guess I could put the chicken in the bowl since I'm going to do that. So we'll get that going. Clean this. We'll get rid of that. Mr. Kazi, I only made 1 bag of trash, which is good for me because usually there's more than 1. And I know you already took the trash out, so unless you didn't, and I just didn't pay attention. Should always wait for me to get done cooking. All right, cover this. Um, all right. We did it. We did it. We're going to have Mr. Causey come down, taste it, and then we're out of here. We've been here a long time, and I really appreciate you guys cooking with me. It does make things go by faster. It's still the same amount of time, but I feel like it goes by faster because we talk. Because nobody's like technically allowed in the kitchen, but you know, it's kind of different because you're there, not in. I feel like I probably should have had like carrots because it looks like green and yellow. And then the chicken's going to be in almost. I'm just, oh,
Hi, everybody. Yeah, it looked good.
you got your Rock and Roll Hall of Fame shirt on?
Yeah, I was there a couple times.
Not fair. That's only
I
that.
was there most recently, and it was.
Was she bigger than me?
No. No. I hate when you use my lines against me. I mean,
Every time we talk about something, he always says, "Is he bigger than me?" If we did something together.
So she's stirring the stir fry.
Yeah.
Is that what they call it, stir fry?
I'm not quite sure, but we're not.
It.
Yeah, we don't have a wok, so we kind of got to work with what we got. You know, I only put half the veggies in because all of the chicken's in here. So I'm going to stir this up, pour some sauce, and then I'm going to put the rest of the veggies in. And then it's taste time.
What kind of sauce?
It's stir fry.
Applesauce? Pork chops and applesauce. I got to be careful. You're near a knife and a big hot frying pan.
Well, it's the frying pan I'm near. I'm not near a knife. Stir.
Yeah. Smells good.
It does. It does smell good. I mean, it's it's smells Chinese. Okay. We thicken the sauce up a little bit. Have I killed you yet?
I'm not talking about you killing me. I'm talking about you melting the plastic.
Have you gotten hurt? Have you gotten sick?
Oh, I've gotten hurt. But I don't want to say it live on the internet.
You better tell the truth now. Now you're lying.
I'm telling the truth now. Because now I'm lying. Actually, I'm a tiger today. Had some tiger blood or something. I don't know. Hanging out with, who was it? Guy from
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, yeah.
All right, so I should have put some carrots in it to make it look a little bit more colorful, but there's mushrooms, corn, broccoli, and snap peas.
Oh, snap! Wait, you don't put any seeds in it?
No, it doesn't go in stir fry. When you get your portion, you can put sesame seeds. They're over there. Here, taste it for everyone. Are you ready?
You have a bowl I can taste it.
Just pick out of there.
I'm gonna just.
Oh my God, you're such a pain. Like, why?
Just give me a bowl right there. You can't miss it. Here, get on my way, lady. All right, well, let me do it that way then.
Yeah, like that was.
I did say it smelled good, right? Because it does.
Here, so you got everything in there.
I'm gonna show everybody what's in there.
You can't see
because there's no light in there. Here, we can go this way. Woo!
Yeah, well, they can see in that bowl.
See, yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, stand there.
I'm gonna stand here. Am I on the spot? X much the spot.
Stand back a little bit. There, right there, right there.
Strike a pose. Okay. Thanks, Madonna. All right. It does smell good. It smells Chinese food from a Polak yet. Well, you're what are you Chinese? You're Polish. There's nothing wrong with being Polish.
It's about the use of the kitchen.
Nothing wrong with being Chinese
Eat
either.
it.
I'm afraid. Wait, we did watch her make this, right? All right. Wow.
If you don't like it, you can say that you don't like it. Like, I wouldn't be offended. You do
Well,
you critique.
let me tell you this. You're probably not going to like it, so more for me. That's good news. But it's good. It's good.
The corn's going to be crunchy, like it should be, but the broccoli and the mushroom should have been cooked down a little bit. So
Thanks, Mom. I've had corn before.
shut up.
Corn is not as crunchy as I like it. No, I'm just kidding. That's fine.
You're being corny.
I am being. Yeah. Hey, want some? Psych. Yeah, yeah.
You like it?
I'll eat it.
Oh.
Hot. Wait.
Thanks, Dad. It's
Well,
not bad. It's actually not bad.
believe it or not, she's a harder critique that
It
critic.
was not bad.
Oh, people putting up gang signs.
No, Jersey's laughing. It's a monster laugh.
Oh, I thought he was hawking out at me.
Well, that's possible too. All right, so there you have it. I'm glad that I doubled the sauce recipe because that's a lot of chicken. But it's got like the sauce, and I don't think that it would like give you that like rubbery chicken that you don't like after a couple of days.
Yeah, I'm weird, people. For some reason, to me, I like chicken. Don't get me wrong, but after a couple days, like like leftovers, I'm good a day or so. But for some reason, and I mean this, it tastes foul. It just for me something tastes so. I can't have like a week old chicken. Now beef, I can
No.
have a week old beef. I can have beef.
Yeah, it does last all week.
You want
We
another
watched
piece?
no. We watched someone that she had 8-day old beef and she heated it up like 3 times, and she like it was just really gross. But you heat it up once.
It's usually gone by 8 days.
Oh no, yeah, yours lasts like 4 days, which is fine. So
Here's my wife's cooking recipe right here. Right here. Want to see your resume? Right here.
well, it's different. It's different chicken. It's not like boring chicken. So I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoy it again later today because I didn't realize how much it would be made.
I'm
want
not
more?
sure. Let me take a taste. I don't know how much I like it. Let me try some more.
Well,
Maybe I
enjoy
already-
because
I mean, it's not that I definitely like it or don't like it. It's just, I'm just not sure about it. So if I have a couple pieces here, maybe I can get an idea of what is good and not good.
all right. Refrigerator phobia for me. Well, Rosie's refrigerator. This is how we've been doing it for years. He only heats it up.
This is how we do it. Kimmy, Kazi made me do it. No, it's too long.
Yeah.
Kazi made me do it.
Or just Kimmy.
Kimmy made me do it.
Then probably well, I think by tomorrow night there's going to be a very, very limited amount left. Anyway, we're going to go. I've kept you guys for 2.5 hours. We're usually here about that long, but I got everything done. Again, desserts tomorrow. If I make him a dessert, it's going to be like a parfait because I have whipping cream I have to use. What? Can I show?
Mhm.
I did post that. You guys saw here.
Where's the football ones?
Oh, wait, before we go, I'm going to show you the football photos. It's on the table. You saw these. I put them on my community post. It'll probably be better. We did the photo booth at this is at the Hall of Fame. I don't know. You were in charge. I haven't been down here. I've been to Sabbath. All right. You know what? We did get photos of the Hall of Fame. I told you that in the beginning. I'll post the photos because they're really cool. They came out good. He had to get all of them. I felt like I was in high school again, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, thank you for spending your Saturday morning with me. I do appreciate it. And Jersey, thank you. Granny, thank you. And everybody that used their milestone, thank you.
Yes, thank you, everybody. And Jarrell, I hope you get your groceries.
She's going to get her groceries. She's probably putting them away right now.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, one last look at the stir fry. Apparently, it's a hit. I will see you guys in a chat. Brad, be safe out there on the road. Have a good weekend.
Bye, Bradley.
Bye.